on here. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone who's out there on this fantastic, Wednesday. This is Lisa D. Adams, your Seesaw Maven, and thank you for being here on our page, Help Me Help My Son. And tonight, I just want to speak with one of my cast members, and we're just doing follow-ups on after the movie. So I have the one and only, Miss Awesome, the fantastic, the Miss Awesome, and all of that. Tory Martinez with me on this fantastic night. I am so happy to have you joining with us tonight. Welcome, Listiner. How are you?
Thank you. I am well. I am glad to be able to be here and, chilling I have on pants today.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Let me see if I can pull it up on the phone because I can't see who's chiming in through Zoom. So we're going to see if I can just get it in from the other side over here.
Okay.
So let's see. How is Tory doing?
Tory is well. He is he's in his room talking to his cousin, playing the game.
Wonderful.
He's doing well. He's adjusting to the new normal of online school, and I got to get him to go outside, take walks. But other than that, he's doing well.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's a new norm for us right now. Everything is a new norm. We're never in 1,000 years because someone had told me that we would have been confined to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were grown people on punishment.
The whole world was on punishment. God was like, sit down, y'all misbehaving. Period. Amen.
I agree. I truly agree. But you know what? It has not been as bad as I thought it would have been.
Yeah, the initial shock of it was like, oh my God. But then I don't know. I'm just relaxing. I'm resting. I'm creating. I'm just like, and to be honest with you, I've always kind of been low key like a homebody. I go out when I need to. I socialize with who I need to socialize with. So for me, it's just it's not really much of an adjustment when it comes to like social distancing, because I've always kind of been more of an introvert than anything anyway. So I'm just like living my best life over here.
Well, it's something different for me. So I am a person who's always running. So I can't seem to get this on here right now. I'm not gonna worry about it. I am a person who's always running. Even in our circle, everyone always has something to do. So this time for me has allowed me time to rest, given me time to do more prayer, more time with me, and more time to create. So I have actually been, in some ways, loving it, but still missing the freedom.
Okay.
The freedom of going outside, this new norm of having to wear a mask, wearing gloves. I understand, but that is just nerve-wracking for me.
That part, I'm like having to put on masks and gloves, and then almost feeling like I'm like I have to like you know how when you see those movies when they leave a biohazardous scene, they have to like strip down the shower. I got to come in, take off everything, get in the shower, change. That is a little bit aggravating because but other than that, I think I get what you're saying with the grinding, but I feel like now that I don't have to really be anywhere, I'm more like I'm not as so anxiety. Like I love what I do. I mean, I love just the life that God has created for me. But to not have to go anywhere, just be. I get up in the morning, I do my routine, but not have to just like rush off in traffic and drop my son off and go to this meeting, go here, and then pick him up from practice and then come back home, and just that hustle and bustle. I'm like, I don't miss that. I just get to chill and relax.
I agree. Neither do I. Neither that drive from this side to the north side. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, from now here to China.
Right, right. So yes, I definitely agree. It has been something, but when I think about our children in right now, the weather is breaking. This is the time when our children usually are outside, they're hanging out, they're gathering with friends and things of that sort. But now, I mean, we were already protective over them. Now we have an extra precaution.
Yes. And for those with teenagers like myself, they don't get it. Where like I tell my son, "Okay, I need you to eat more fruits and vegetables." Like he wants to go for, the processed food. And I'm like, no, we have fruits in the refrigerator, and he doesn't want to take walks. He wants to just play the game when he's done with his work. And I have to explain to him like taking a walk is great for your mental health. It's good for just
Hmm.
like stressing, and it's great exercise. And he's like, I'm fine. So I try to explain to him like this is unnecessary because you're an athlete. You don't want to have your muscles become used to just laying around there. You go from being athletic to not doing anything. Then mentally, though you say you're fine, this is an adjustment for adults. It's an adjustment for children. And
Yes,
so the battle of trying to explain to them why you need to like use hand sanitizers, why you gotta wear your face mask, why we gotta wash everything off and shower
yes.
and change when we get in, is like it's like I repeat it every day. And I know he gets it, but he's a teenager. He's like, Mom, I don't want to have to do all of that.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what? He's a teenager. Some adults who don't want to have to do all of that, but it is necessary. We have to be careful of the stuff we're bringing back into our homes. You know,
Yes.
we've we've lost loved ones. The world has lost loved ones. We've seen individuals. You hear their stories on the news, and we're talking about essential workers and those who are putting their lives out there just for our safety or for so that we can maintain a semi normal life, because I don't think life will ever be as it was.
No. And there's no such thing as going back to normal.
No,
I see people
no.
say that like this is a reset. Guys, like it's a reset.
Yes,
And I really don't. I mean, what is normal? If you be honest, like there's no such thing as really normal. I think it's a reset, and it's a way to shift your perspective and your mindset on what actually is important, and what did you value, and what should you be valuing.
absolutely. And you know what else I found during this time? It's bringing families back together. The families
Yeah,
that have been scattered here, there, and the other. You don't have time for each other before whatever reason. Some of it could be work, it could be personal, whatever the case may be. But families are being brought back together now.
yes, communication. Like me myself, I'm personally not a phone person. I'll text you to death. Like I just text, email, but there are some of my like older family members who don't really text, and so I pick up the phone. I make a point to call them and check in on them via phone call because I know they're not texters. So where I would have like driven to see them or stop by, I have to call, make a phone call. And it does, but then that phone conversation, typically if I go do a drive by, I'm like checking in and I leave back out. Now I'm like, I'm on the phone, where I gotta go. So I'm listening and they're talking, and that makes them feel loved because when you're older and maybe if you're in an assisted living home and they shut it down, you're not allowed
Yeah.
visitors, you can't get out. That can be very depressing. So it is allowing for families to reconnect. And I think it also is allowing us to appreciate our loved ones more and appreciate the time we have because we're seeing that tomorrow indeed is not promised.
Exactly. And nothing is promised to us um, as of right now. And to all our young people who are graduating, congratulations to the class of 2020.
Woo-hoo!
Something, yes, woohoo. This is something truly different for them, where they're not able to go on proms, class trips, or what have you, or even their graduations, but they're so well deserving.
Yes. And I
They,
think we need to highlight, the young people that are because I mean, walking across the stage is like prom, walking across the stage. You know, when you're a senior, you look forward to that. I think, you know, as parents and as educators, hopefully we can do something collectively for them to show them that we thank you for hanging in there and we
Yeah.
appreciate you. Because at the end of the day, even though we as adults try to pour into them and tell them to adjust, it's a lot for them to wrap their minds around. It's like, this is not okay. You know, like they
Right,
want
right.
to socialize and celebrate and be celebrated, which they deserve to.
Absolutely. And how do we handle the depression
Oh, that is something that
along with this? Because my heart went out when I read an article about a young lady, and I want to say this happened probably about a month or so ago. Now, she wasn't in Chicago, but this young lady, she took her life because just the stress of this new way of life was putting on her.
I think we need to have conversations with our children. You know, I think we forget that if we're having a hard time as adults dealing with it, they are too. So I do a check-in conversation with my son. Because he's not much of a talker. Like he'll express himself, but you know, he's more of like, I'm fine. And so
Yeah.
he does go to therapy, like just I feel like you know, you know me, I talk about like I love God, but therapy is important. And so I reach out to his therapist, like, hey, I need check-in sessions with him because just with all I'm going through and what the world is going through, I need him to be able to talk to somebody besides me. But I think as adults, we have to check in on them, even if if they say they're fine. Like I'll have a check-in, like, hey, how are you doing? How you been feeling this last week? How's school going? You know, we have
Hmm.
I wake him up like 8:39, and they thank God his school teachers, they give them the week work for the week, and Monday through Friday he breaks it down, so he works on it the first half, and then he gets to like veg out and then eat, and then he plays. I give him like 3 or 4 hours a day to play the game because that's where he truly talks to his friends is on the game, you know.
Okay.
And so I allow him that time to just do that because that's how he is able to like unwind. Typically, I'm a big person of like games only on the weekend, but this is not the typical time. So
Mhm.
you know, I let him get that stress wind down. But I conversate with him, like, how do you feel? How's everything? You know, anything that's bothering you, stressing you, you know, how's your relationship with your friends? Just asking questions. And sometimes he'll talk to me. Sometimes he'll say he's fine. But I think opening that door, letting them know that we understand you're going through something as well.
Mhm.
And I think with the online school, I remember when I was in school in college, online was a lot. And some kids don't learn well if they don't have someone there, like guiding them. So if knowing your children, just taking that time to just well-being check. Don't just assume because they're kids and they're resilient that they're good. It's actually taking the time to talk to them, taking the time to sometimes even pulling them away from the screen time. It's like I'll pull him away, like, hey, let's play chess. Let me try to beat you. You know, and he'll laugh
Mhm.
can't never be. He likes that. You know, he's brilliant at chess. You know, I'll say, well, let's watch a movie. Just pulling him away from the screen time so I
Right.
can get that time in. And sometimes I'll just say, watch TV with me in the bed. He knows I'm gonna fall asleep, but it's having him near. And he may not physically say it, but I know that he appreciates that because I'm making a time to make time for him. And I think as parents and as guardians, we have to remember that they experience emotions and feelings, and just like we don't always express ourselves, they don't always do that, but knowing that someone's in your corner makes it feel much better, you know. And I think that's what we have to do and address it. Talk about mental illness more, mental health. Like we don't talk about it. It's like kind of like we
Mhm.
don't talk about it after something happens. In this house we talk about it. Like I'm a big advocate for it, so I'm open about talking about it.
In this day and age, we have to be more open because our children are exposed to too many things.
Yeah.
Exposed to a lot, they see a lot, they hear a lot, they have too many things right there at them that, their minds go all over the place.
And monitor their music. I
Yeah.
mean, I know, like, so there's two sides to it. I don't control him and say you can't listen to that, but I tell him listen to what you're listening to. Like, you know, and I might even check in, like, what you listening to, and I say, well, that sounds dark. why do you relate to that? And if he expressed a reason why, well, let's talk about that. Because I believe that we listen to music we relate to. If I'm feeling sad, I might want to hear sad love song. If I'm feeling like I'm about to grind it out, I might listen to something that's like rap. It depends on where we're at. But and I try to teach him, like, don't just say, oh, I'm just listening because I like it. No, there's a reason. Why did you want to listen to this that talks about darkness and popping pills and all that? And let's talk about how you feel. And a lot of times I think a lot of the music, and I'm not saying I'm blaming on the music, but I think we have to have them adjust, like, okay, acknowledge how you feel. What's going on? Why did you relate to that music? Or if someone, and you see if someone has committed suicide in their circle or in their age group, let's talk about how that makes you feel. Have you ever felt like that? And it's a hard question or a hard conversation to have, but it's needed. You want to know what your children are thinking, because you don't want them to get to that point where they feel like they can't tell nobody, they just take their life, and then you're wondering,
right,
what could I have done? Conversations are so important, even the hard conversations that might hurt, but I'd rather have that hard conversation hurt now than hurt later because they decided to just end it all.
absolutely. I know with so I have two sons and a daughter. Raising my sons and my daughter is so different. Now, the boys were more outgoing than she doesn't mind like this pandemic for her to just be at home. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
nothing for her. But in that same token, I have to do like you. What's going on? How you feel? Girl, give me a high five, girl. Come on, what's up? What's up with you? We have to do these things. And she be looking at me and she be like, what's wrong with you?
Right. They give us that crazy look, like they appreciate it. It may not say it, but we know that they appreciate it.
Right. She's like, I'm fine. It's you that I'm worried about. Because, but it's just me. I'm like, come on out. And I try to get her to go different places and stuff. Sometimes she want to go, sometimes she don't. But then sometimes I just have to be mom. Get up and let's go.
Yeah.
Get up and let's
go. You gotta pull that mama card.
Right. You have to pull the mama card. Get up and let's go. There are no choices right here. Choices are over.
Yeah.
It's a get up and go now because I'm feeling something that I need to address, or I feel that you need some air. Sometimes we just need a change of scenery, and it would change our whole mindset.
Yes, it would. And then even when we talk to our children, let them know that I understand how you feel, because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think, and not from a place of like irritation and yelling at them, from a place like, I get it, we're in this together. I don't like this as much either. Like, especially those who have multiple children at home. I feel for those who have like parents who have like 3 or 4 children, or two or more, and they're like grammar school age.
Right.
That can be a lot. That I feel like I only have one at home, but I remember when my children were younger, my 2 older ones, when I had all 3 of them at home. And I can't imagine all 3 of them at home right now just not going to school every single day. I will probably have lost my hair before I cut it off.
I can imagine. I don't have the little ones per se. Well, my daughter's 20, she's the youngest, but I had this granddaughter here. Lord help me, Jesus, this little baby. And so I can definitely relate. I wonder, how are the parents really doing? They may laugh and joke. When it first happened, you will see them post on social media how they laughing and joking about it, but it gets real.
Yeah, it is real. It can be stressful. It can cause anxiety, and and then the kids can pick up on that. Yes. And I think this is the time where therapy should be something that should be, all the families should get it. Honestly, because you think about, if you go, especially if the parent went from being employed to unemployed, and now the kids are home, and when kids are home, they eat. And if your budget is tight, there's so many factors that play into this, and it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help. And I think reaching out to your support system and saying, hey, I'm not doing so good. Can someone come over here and be with them? Like take a walk, bring your mask and, your precautionary measures, but to to get a break. I think that should be allowed.
Yeah.
Being able to say that, because you can very well put your stress on your children by just blowing up. I can tell you there's times when I had my children were younger and like, mommy, like, oh my God, like be quiet, like let me breathe. That's when they were younger. And so I just feel like as parents of children, more multiple children, it's okay to tell someone that's close to you, hey, I need a break. Can you come and just chill with them maybe for an hour? I need to take a walk around the block just to air myself out. Or even telling the children, give me 15 minutes in the bathroom of silence. And if you explain, mommy's really stressed right now. I love you guys, but I'm just not, I need to like just calm down, bring it down a notch. That would help. Kids really want their parents to be okay, especially when they're younger. They don't want mommy and daddy to be stressed. And if you have an honest, especially as a single parent, have a honest conversation, like we're in this together, but in order for our household to run smoothly, I'm gonna need a break, even if it's 15, 20 minutes just to breathe. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's important. Everybody needs their own little space. Everybody needs their own time because we're all shut up in this house. There are no more rooms. I can't go to this room. I can't go through this. I can hear you.
Right.
I need this quiet time.
I can hear you breathing.
Right. I need this meditating time. I'm worried about if I have to go back to work. Am I going to go back to work? Will there be food on the table for the children? You know what I'm saying? Some people are worried about the light bill, gas bill, all of those things. Not to mention, if you're on social media, you're hearing about different loved ones passing away and stuff. I feel that sometimes you need to take a break from social media.
That is true. But that's how our youth really can communicate with like all their friends. And trying to explain like less screen time, it's like they don't always get that. But I do agree that social media, there needs to be a break. I try to like when me and him, my son do TV time, I put my phone away. I let him bring his phone in the room and we just watch TV, and just do that because watch on social media too much, the RIP, rest in peace, and all the news about COVID-19, everybody's talking about it can be a lot. And you do need that break from all of that, I think. And something I was thinking of is like parents can do is let's cook together, learn how to cook a new meal. That's fun, even if it may not come out and taste great the first time around. But learning how to cook a new meal. Maybe doing yoga together. There's little things that maybe if you do it as a family can be fun. Like I see now everyone's doing TikTok. Like finding little moments to do together can be rewarding to also de-stress bring down the stress too.
I agree. I done did some stuff since I've been off. I done made shea butter. I done made masks. I've come up with some stuff. One thing about it, if you in this house, you're going to find you some type of arts and craft. I'm going to build something. Trust me. I'm a fan. Girl, it's some wood around here.
You say wood?
Girl, trust me when I say it. We will build some stuff over here.
Said wood.
I'm gonna add that girl, you seen the table I made out of boxes?
I did, so I shouldn't be surprised about the wood.
And that's right, you shouldn't be surprised about the wood. So prior to doing that table, and that table is still standing strong in my master bathroom with vases on it and everything, baby. It is gorgeous. So prior to that, I had done the my linen closet. And I'm like, I need more shelves.
So you made some more shelves?
Yes. I had to make me some more shelves. And so, but this is what I'm saying. We have the time. now to be as creative as we want.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of perspective. I think, like I said, the initial beginning of everything was probably shock and like, oh my goodness. But we've been in this all together, what, 2 months strong.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think right now it's the perspective, how you see it. If you're continuing to see it as like, oh my God, this is horrible, that's an experience you're gonna get. But if
Hmm.
you try to shift your perspective and think of, well, at least, because there's some people going through this that are homeless,
Yes.
that are going through domestic violence situations, that are
Mhm.
ill. So it's all about the perspective of how you see it. And I think I told somebody yesterday, I was like, I'm loving my life right now. And they kind of looked at me like, given everything you're going through. And I'm like, yeah, because I could be like in a hospital somewhere and nobody can visit me. It could be much worse. And I think this is a perfect time for me. This is my disclaimer. This is the perfect time to be going through what I'm going through health wise, because I am resting. I'm just resting and allowing the healing to take place. Everybody may not see it that way, but that's why I say it's a perspective, how you see it. And so that perspective, I try to pass it on to my son. Like, hey, I know you want to get out, hang out with your friends. I said, but this is the perfect time to start maybe writing letters, phone calls, chats, do like group Zoom parties. We have all the tools,
Hmm.
changing the perspectives of this. I'm not on lockdown. I am rebuilding relationships until I'm able to get back.
Right. Right. And you were speaking of your health. You're so strong.
That's the Lord. Period. Amen.
Amen. I agree, but I am loving the energy and the positivity that you are showing, and I believe your strength is going to help so many that are going through various illnesses who have lost hope. But your smile and your positive energy will give them hope and say,
Thank
what you got to speak life in your life, even when it doesn't look good.
you. Yeah. But
So,
it was some days where I was like, oh Lord Jesus.
oh yeah, I know those
I,
days.
I was holding on by like the little thin thread, like the ones you can't see inside of here. That's holding on like little. Yeah, that was. But for me, and I always tell people, what keeps me going is faith, knowing that if He's gonna take me to it, He's gonna take me through it. And then I also think of, it's not just for me; it is for other people. So that balance. But then I look at it like all the stuff I've gone through, and I try to reflect on, like, He brought me out of so much. This is just an added testimony. I don't like it, but I don't have to be angry in it, because that makes it worse. That affects
Mhm.
me more, and it's gonna prolong the healing. And I'm trying to be healed so I can go do stuff.
Yes, yes,
I need to
yes.
go outside and travel.
I know, but it's such an awesome. You're living an awesome testimony.
Thank
And
you.
I am so happy for your strength. And so that's been a lot that just happened. And to just think, we went on lockdown right after the premiere of the film.
Yes. Yeah, we did.
We went on lockdown right after the
Like
premiere of
that
the
week
film.
after, right?
Huh?
That was like the week after we went on lockdown.
Yes, absolutely. The film premiere was March the 8th, and I stopped going in the office. I want to say March the 17th, 18th.
Wow. Look at God. He allowed the premiere to happen, and He was like, okay,
Yes.
put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 weeks after, 2 weeks before the premiere, I had just had my surgery. It's 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Because the surgery was the 25th. So yeah, that was 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, just thanking God for those things. And regardless of your health, it's good to know that you all are doing well.
We are. I thank God. You want to see Tory? Maybe I can have him pop in here right quick.
Yes, that would be awesome for him to just tell us hello.
Let me see if I can get him to put a shirt on, because he be walking around trying to flex his little muscles. Hold on.
No problem. If you are out there, I'm speaking with Listiner Martinez, one of the cast members of Help Me Help My Son. I'm sorry that I am unable to see your responses at this time, but at the end of this recording, I promise you I will come back to it, and I'm going to work out all these little kinks for the next one.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening over there.
God, knock the whole table down. Hold on. Please hold for this momentary moment of fixing the table back.
This is what we call a commercial, you all. It's impromptu.
Oh, wait, what happened?
And I was trying to get it on the phone here, but that didn't happen either. But it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, the whole table just decided to fall off. Hold on. Can you see me still?
I can.
Oh, what I just do? Lord have mercy.
You don't know what's the phone
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Everything on here except us.
Okay, there go the young man. Can you see
him?
He didn't put a shirt on.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So how is it now that we're quarantined? You're adjusting to homeschooling?
No.
No. Wish you were back in class with your friends?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Take advantage of this time. There will be better days. This is not the end of all ends. It's going to be better. And we have here Tory Martinez, who was also one of our cast members, one of our young men on Help Me Help My Son. So yeah, I just wanted to say hello to you.
Hi.
Filming you.
Okay.
Shit, no shirt. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I deal with. He just walk around the house with no shirt on, headphones.
You know what? He's at home. He's feeling comfortable. What more can you expect?
I mean, I can't talk because I did a post. I was like, I might have pants on, I might not. So I put on pants today because I was like, if I stand up, I just walk around just relaxing. Hey, it's my business.
Yes. Well, I thank you so much for hanging out with me on this evening. I wish and I know that there is going to be such a great testimony after this.
Hallelujah. Well, God, he always up to something. I mean, the testimonies that I've been sharing in the midst of it, just the blessings and the outpour of love, and the people that reach out to me and tell me, like, I've encouraged them.
Yes.
He's shown me that God, I know God knows what he's doing, but sometimes we question, like, well, why? Or, and I thank God that even in the midst of it, he still shows up and he still keeps giving me the strength and, the energy. Like, I was glad that I felt good today. When you reached out to me, I was like, well, let me see how I'm gonna feel, because I don't know. So I was glad that I felt good. So after this, though, I'm gonna get in my bed and eat and go to sleep.
Okay.
But I'm glad that I had that energy to do this, because this is what I love to do, just inspiring, encouraging. What you're doing is helping our young men that are gonna grow up and be the men and the leaders of our world. And we want to support them, and we want to encourage them, and we want them the freedom to walk around with no shirt on. I mean, but be themselves and express themselves in a healthy way.
Exactly.
And to me, what God has produced through you, Help Me Help My Son, is that it's like we've allowed them to express what they need. Now that we heard what they need, are we going to listen and provide that for them?
Absolutely. That's just it. And so what I wanted to make sure is that it was not just a movie. It was not just a documentary. It was just the foundation. So now we have to build on that. They're telling us what they need. They allow me to grow. Allow me to be me. Don't try to transform me into you. Don't live those dreams through me. Allow me to live.
Exactly.
And so I want to do that. And so that's the goal. I have so many other things planned for us. I had a big event that was going to be on the 14th of June, but during all of this, we have not, we're unable to do it this time, but it will be done. And I'm ready to let people know about it, but I'm going to keep it a hush hush for now. And but I got stuff set in place. We just waiting on the
doors to open.
doors to open.
The doors of the church are now open.
Yes. And we need to be able to come out without masks on. We need to be able to be free,
Hug people again.
Yes, yes, yes. So, but I'm going to take my time with that because I don't want to go out there without a mask, catch something, then we have to repeat the cycle again.
I agree.
Let it do what it does so that we can come out with a new mind, new hearts,
Yes.
new way of thinking, new way of loving, a new way of praising, a new way of praying.
Yes.
All of that. That's the goal.
I look forward to how everyone will come out of this. I believe that we all will come out better and greater, if we allow God to do what he does and to be God.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Listiner. I love you with all my heart. God bless you. And I'll see you soon.
Love you too.
And to give Tory a great big hug for me.
I will.
Thank you so much and be blessed.
Thank you, you too.
See you all.